Coach, obviously a talented team across the way. How pleased were you with your group's ability to withstand their run and come up and attack with purpose down the stretch?
It's continued growth of a great group. You know, they've learned how to handle different situations, and that's the great part about being in these situations beforehand. So these guys talked about in the huddle, they came in with poise, communicated to each other. We've been here before, and they understand what to execute and when to do it. Those are the things that we work on in practice, so they understand these big games, they've got to be ready to go.
How important was it to get a win like this behind Franz and Paolo scoring a ton of points for you guys before heading out on the 4-game road trip?
Well, you said it before the game, like how big is it to get a win before you head out west? It's big, and our crowd was incredible. You know, you hear chants of defense. I don't know the last time I've heard that in a long time, but it's big time. The way that they energized this group, they energized the arena, and I thought it was fantastic for our guys to go out west with this, with this under our belt.
Coach, you mentioned being in these situations before and learning from them, but what does it say about Paolo and Franz both making plays for others and having the poise to kind of have the ball in their hands to close this game out as that run was happening?
Well, probably the cliche line is they play the right way, but they play the right way. They make the play that's necessary to be made. Like that last down the stretch when we go middle pick and roll, they show and attack Paolo. He makes the pass to Jalen. Jalen makes the knockdown shot, and then we have the defensive possessions down the stretch. So they're making the right play because it's what the game is telling you, and that's when we're really good, when we're just taking what the game gives us.
When did the team learn that Wendell Carter wasn't able to go tonight? When did that end?
Going through his early warm-up, that knee flared up, so it's just that knee tendonitis.
Coach, can you just talk about Anthony Black and his defense tonight, primarily on Jalen Brunson, forcing him to go 4-15 from the field tonight?
Special. He's a special individual who loves to sit down and play defense and guard the right way. I think he did a heck of a job on Jalen Brunson. Jalen Suggs did a great job on Jalen Brunson. But the other thing is it was a team effort. We changed up the looks. Made it tough throughout the night. Again, and so it's a team effort. But, AB did a heck of a job initially.
Obviously, every player is different in how they recover and deal with things. But, Markel had tendonitis, has missed quite a bit of time. Is there a concern that Wendell could miss time? How will you guys evaluate this?
We're just going to monitor that day to day. Like we've talked about with each guy that has missed time, we've got to see how they respond to different things. And guys being out for quite a long period of time, to throw them back in the fold, we have to be smart and listen to what obviously our medical team is telling us, what their bodies are telling us. We've got to be attentive to that. So that's the way in which we look at it.
And what did you make of Gogo's performance? Obviously, he's started in this spot before, 20 games for Wendell for a different injury, but what did you make of his performance?
I thought Gogo was fantastic. I thought he stepped right in, ready to go, prepared for the moment, and what we've asked him to do. I think someone asked me before the game, what do we expect out of Gogo in whatever minutes he plays, and that's it. He's got to be a defensive rebounder, guard the pick and roll the right way, protect at the rim, and make decisions. He was making great plays down the stretch.
Jamal, in the last game, you could see that the boys were kind of hanging their heads at the end of the game. They didn't have a good fourth quarter. How does that confidence ebb and flow in the team, which is still young, even though it's had a lot of experience?
It's part of the NBA. It's part of a young group of guys, young men, learning how to handle the ups and downs of the NBA. And one thing we constantly talk about is how do you handle success and how do you handle the adversity? And the way in which we go about it, we've talked about what our identity is. It's we have to defend. We have to make sure we detail our work. We have to stay together no matter what, because we're going to continue to work whether we win or lose. And then you saw there was a sense of joy that these guys played with. And that's the one thing that they have to continue to remember to be themselves. Like they have to have fun playing the game of basketball because that's what it is.
Despite shooting just 2 of 7 from behind the arc for Jalen Suggs, he played a really good offensive game tonight, hit a lot of big shots down the stretch. He's really poised when getting to his shot now. What have you just seen from his offensive maturity this season so far and just how much more confidence he's showing out there on the court?
Well, it goes to the body of work that he puts in. It goes into the belief and trust that these guys have in him and his confidence and what he's capable of doing. So he put in a great summer. The game's slowing down for him in so many ways. So I think just being able to be confident in everything that he does and the guys having confidence in him.
Coach, starters combined for 99 points tonight. What do you think it was that gave them the success that they had?
The same thing we've said from training camp, trust and confidence in one another. This is a team that's going to always do it by committee because they trust and they have confidence in one another. They know that defensively we have to sit down and guard. And if you sit down and guard the right way, then there's open, fast break opportunities for everybody to get whatever looks they need and trust that the pass is going to find you.
Kind of piggyback off of that this five-man lineup with Goga at the center spot has developed a lot of chemistry over the past couple weeks. And with even when Wendell does come back eventually, do you want to maybe try to get more minutes for this specific five, even if they aren't the starting five?
The great part about this unit and this group is that we're going to find the right thing and the right chemistry at the right time, whatever game we play.
In what ways has the game slowed down for Jalen?
Well, you see when he comes over at some of the timeouts, there's conversations about what he's seeing and recognizing, hey, they're playing Paolo like this. If I come set this screen, then I'll be open here. Or, you know what, they're doing this on the backside. He's registering and recognizing what's happening in the game. And for a young player to realize it real time says a lot. So as he's making moves, he's registering where the help's coming from. He understands who's going to be open. And I think those are great signs of growth, that you can slow the game down real time and be able to communicate exactly what that is. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Paolo, obviously a talented group over there. What did you like about your team's ability to withstand their run late and attack the rack with purpose and come out with a victory?
Yeah, like you said, a lot of good guys over there, and with a team like that, you know that they're going to make at least some sort of run at the end. So you just want to be able to withstand it and close the game out. And so that was just the constant communication in the huddle, letting each other know that, we're fine, don't stress, stay aggressive, and finish the game.
Obviously, Wendell was ruled out early before the game. Other players in the roster, Jonathan, Joe, Gary, all were also out. Did you know that you and Franz had to put together this type of performance for a win, or what was your mindset going into this game, and when did you realize that you guys are going to have to combine for a lot of points to win?
I think just coming in, me and Franz is always coming in with an aggressive mindset. Obviously, with guys being out, it's more of a load on us and the rest of the guys. I give a lot of credit to Goga, Jay Suggs, Cole, AB. They all stepped up tremendously, along with the other guys, Caleb, Mose, Chum, all the guys that stepped in and played, did a great job in their time. And, when you got guys down, it's the next man up. That's what we've been doing all year. And, I think, everybody wanted to step up.
How important was this type of win before going out on a 4-game road trip on the West Coast?
It was pretty important. I said today at shoot-around that this is going to be like a playoff game. If you look at the standings, us in New York are right there. And, I'm sure that was a game that they wanted to win. And, we wanted to win. Like you said, going to the West Coast, you want to have some momentum. So proud of how we played, and hopefully we can take it to the West.
The way the game ended, obviously New York made that run, and you had to make some plays down the stretch. Where do you feel your poise is at the end of games, especially just kind of trusting your teammates to make those plays when you draw the attention that you draw?
Yeah, I like staying under control. I feel like that's when I'm at my best. In situations late in the game, I think the biggest thing is just finding the right matchups, because the game really slows down. Transition kind of gets limited in the fourth quarter. So that was something that me and Franz really, we're just all in constant communication with each other, along with Mose, just trying to find the right matchup that we like and make a play, whether it's a shot or a pass. And I thought we did a good job.
Describe how your night was defending Julius Randle.
Tough night. That's a good. I don't want to cuss. That's a good player. He's a freight train, and then at the same time, he can make tough shots. So it was a great challenge, but I wanted to accept the challenge. I did a great job holding the 38 points. But he's a great player, and him and Brunson, they're gonna give you, a run for your money every time. So it's always great competing against them guys.
Paolo, the crowd at Kia Center tonight was the largest in team history. Just how much have you felt the momentum of the city continue to grow behind you guys?
Yeah. It's just, as we grow, I think the rest of the fans, the city grows. I think just with the support and the love for the team. There was a lot of New York fans in there tonight. I can't lie. I went to the free throw line and I thought they were cheering for me, but it was really the New York fans booing me. So, got to give credit to their fan base as well for showing up like that. But I think the Magic, our fans have done a great job all year, and I think it's just going to get better. And so I'm excited for what's to come.
Getting back to talking about Julius Randle, despite him scoring those 38 points, you did a great job on him tonight, offensively speaking, getting by him on a couple blow-bys, hitting a couple pull-up jumpers over him. How much do you look forward to those kind of matchups with guys that have been all-NBA type of talents?
Yeah, I love those matchups. I told him after the game, respect. I told him I love playing against him just because it's a challenge. It brings the best out of me. Anytime you get a matchup with a guy like that who's been an all-star, all-NBA, me being a young player who want to prove himself, you gotta be on your A game. So I'm glad we got the win.
Can you talk about the job that your teammates did and yourself on Jalen Brunson tonight, and really what it was that maybe caused him to have the inefficient night that he had?
Yeah, that's a guy who that's the head of the snake for them. If you want to have a chance at winning against the Knicks, you gotta slow him down. And so that was a huge part of the game plan, with our guards being able to stay in front and just make it tough on them. Obviously, I played with Jalen this summer, and so I just got to see up close, the work he puts in and, just how much of a basketball just junkie he is. His dad played, his dad is a coach, so he was born in it. And he's just a tremendous player, tremendous leader. And so, you want to do whatever you can to slow him down. Obviously, he had 20 points, but which is still solid, but it's a slow night for him. So I think we did a good job.
Thanks, Pete. Got Jalen here. Hey,
But yes.
Jalen, obviously a talented group over there. What did you like about your team's ability to kind of withstand their run late, attack the rim with purpose and come out with a victory down the stretch?
I thought we did a great job in staying poised, withstanding their run, staying together, and continuing to trust the process of things. Again, in past, we kind of would have fallen apart, especially there at the end, when they started to get buckets and it got close. But I think that's when we were most confident, honestly. I don't think there was a moment any of us thought we were going to lose tonight, and that speaks on our growth. So, they're a tough team, but I think we did a great job staying together. And all the way down the line, everyone came in and impacted. And, you can't ask for anything more than a great team win like that.
Jalen, that second quarter was the game changer at that point, 29-15 in that quarter. Can you just speak to really what made that quarter go y'all's way?
Defense, really locking in on that end. We wanted to get back to being elite, on that side of the ball. And I think everyone took on the challenge. I think Goga did a great job being in the paint, protecting us, allowing us to kind of pressure and kind of funnel everything to him, and he made tough shot at the rim. Shots tough at the rim. And then, I think, but all the way down the line, everyone played great defense. AB came in and stepped up for me while I was in foul trouble, because I was a bit loose and undisciplined. So I think a lot of the credit goes to him. Franz did a great job, as well as P in that second quarter. And, total group efforts are really fun to be a part of. And it was one of those tonight.
Paolo said that, I guess today during shoot-around or sometime today, that he said it would be like a playoff game, considering the standings, considering the teams. Did that feel, was there intensity to this game that was different tonight?
Oh, it was dope. It's Aloha Friday. We knew there was going to be a bunch of New York Knicks fans in the building, and this is our last home game, of the 2023. So, of course, everyone's going to be a bit, excited, going to be a bit rowdy. We were embracing that, love being a part of games like that. So, I think you add all those things together. It was a great basketball environment. You can't ask for anything more as a competitor. And, a lot of fun.
Jalen, going down the stretch, you've been in these situations before as a group. What were the conversations like, and where does the poise come from to kind of close these games out and make kind of the big plays that you all made down the stretch?
Continuing to stay together. We just have a team full of great people, and you trust the man to make the right play. and the ball was popping today, and everyone was touching it. We put the Knicks in chase situations, and it led to good things. And I think for me, just getting back to my mental side, working on my spiritual things, and having complete trust and faith in God, and in my work. And I think all that showed tonight. Not only for myself, but for the boys. AB, Boog, P, great plays down the stretch. Really poised. And keeping us all together. Coaches were all poised, and I just think it was a night of great growth for all of us.
Coach talked about it after the game, talking about your offensive growth, the work that you've put in this offseason as the season has progressed. How have you seen the game slow down for yourself, not just on the perimeter with your improved shooting, but really getting to the second and third level and just continuing to have that kind of confidence?
Just watching a lot of basketball. I think that's a big difference. I watch a lot more hoop, not only our games, but just every night NBA games. I'm tuned in, and I watch a lot of this dude right here, to be honest. And I sat in their film session today and, watching, his clips from last game and, just the poise, the patience, the manipulation that he uses with his feet, with the ball, with his eyes, and I try to apply a lot of that. I think that's a great part about having, great players and great people, in this organization, as you can just learn from all of them and take bits and pieces and add them to, to your own game. So, a lot of credit goes to those guys. They're continuing to make me better each day.
Franz, obviously a talented group over there. What did you like about your group's ability to withstand their run, and attack the rim with purpose, and come out with a victory down the stretch?
Yeah, I think we've gotten a lot better at that these last couple games. We play against really good players, really good teams, so they're going to make runs, and it's not going to be a perfect game. And I think in previous games this season, we kind of compound our mistakes and dig ourselves a big hole. And I think these last couple games we've been doing a pretty good job of just staying with it, acknowledging that we're not going to play a perfect game, and then bouncing back after a timeout.
Franz, season high for you tonight, 32. How does that give you confidence going into this road trip coming up with Kevin Durant on Sunday?
Yeah, just important part of the season, I think, for us. So we'll make sure we have a good road trip and just keep working on the stuff that we've been doing as a group, and just try to make the next steps. We're more focused on the process more than anything else. So hopefully we can take some steps forward as a group. What is that?
Franz, you talked about the poise that you guys had at the end of games. Where do you feel the most growth happening as you guys try to close these games out? And it really seemed like you guys, you and Paolo had the ball in your hands. You guys were kind of doing some two-man actions, but it really felt like you trusted anyone to take that shot if the defense collapsed on you guys. Yeah,
I think everybody that's out there is out there for a reason, and we need everybody to make plays. And I think with a player like Paolo, at the end of the game, it's really easy to find something that you like. You always have a mismatch out there, and that's pretty much all we're doing, I think. And everybody else just has to play off of that, I think. And I think what we got better at the most, I think, is just that poise, that communication when stuff isn't going our way. That we stay together as a group and don't get too down too quickly on ourselves. Yeah.
Everyone good? Thank you.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.